I'm here with new Macalester men's basketball head coach, Rich Glesmann. Rich, welcome to Macalester.
Thank you, Matt. Happy to be here.
Want to get the people, the fans out there, maybe a chance to get to know you a little bit better.
Yes.
If you wouldn't mind giving us some of your coaching background and kind of how it led you to Macalester.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Like the older I get, the more background I have. As you know, that's part of getting old. But I'm really excited to be here. That's the bottom line. I've been here a little over a month, and it's just been a great experience to this point. So, you know, my background, I was a Division III men's basketball athlete myself. I had an awesome experience at Emerson College in Boston, and it put me on a path then to be a coach. So I was a Division I college assistant for many years, and then I was kind of at a crossroads where, do I want to keep being a Division I assistant, or do I want to kind of experience being a head coach? So I got an opportunity in Japan, believe it or not, and I was in Japan for 7 years as a professional head coach, which really changed my life, and it kind of like put me in a new direction as a coach, and you know, kind of threw me out in the deep end of the pool, and I had to figure out a lot of stuff that hopefully will be beneficial, you know, to coaching at Macalester. So great experience, 7 years in Japan, and then this past year I was at Dartmouth College in the Ivy League, and had an awesome year at Dartmouth. We were able to have, you know, the first winning season Dartmouth's had in 25 plus years, and you know, I wanted to stay at Dartmouth. You know, it was really like not like something I was just looking to leave Dartmouth, but the Macalester job was just so powerful. Me and my family just were so excited about it. We decided to leave Dartmouth after 1 year, and here I am.
Kind of maybe continue that thought here. What attracted you to the job at Macalester? You've been, like you mentioned, D1 and then the pro opportunity in Japan, D1 again. Talk a little bit about maybe D3 and also coming to Macalester, what attracted you?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, I think obviously playing at Emerson and having a really powerful Division III experience myself, that was a real like hitting point that, you know, attracted me to Macalester, where it was a, you know, Division III program and a really, you know, great academic school, great league, right? I thought it just had a real identity that I just pulled me towards, right? So I think the nice thing about Macalester is you can have the best of both worlds, being in an awesome athletic Division III league and being in an awesome academic school. So I think just having that identity, being in like a beautiful area of St. Paul, I would say just like those things, just like it was like a magnet, you know, it was like a magnet with high academics, awesome athletic league, right? And then, you know, just being in a beautiful area, beautiful campus in St. Paul, it was just a magnet that just kept like attracting me to Macalester.
Throughout your career, all of your stops, you kind of built a reputation as a strong offensive coach. I'm going to just call you a guru. Offensive guru. I'm going to put that bar out there.
There's a lot of pressure there.
But certainly that was, I know that's been credited. Your offensive acumen has been credited as a major reason why Dartmouth made the big jump last year, had that winning season. Without giving us the secret sauce, maybe just kind of talk about what that offense is and maybe some of the high points that you're looking for.
Yeah, no question. If you want to pay me under the table, you know, after the interview, maybe I'll give you a little more of the secret sauce. Right. But no, and again, like every coach thinks of themselves always like, you know, as a true coach and stuff. But there's no doubt, like from my experience in Japan and then at Dartmouth, I definitely, you know, have been, you know, a coach who has a reputation of, you know, being a real up-tempo, you know, 5-out, aggressive kind of, you know, systematic offense, you know, approach. And I just think, you know, overall, like as an offensive oriented coach, I want to just put the players in an awesome position where it's like player driven with the decisions and the speed that we're playing at is basically enrooted to them, and they're the ones who basically have the responsibility, you know, to make decisions with the ball. I think, like from my vantage point, I want to, you know, we want to play fast, but we want to play smart with a purpose, right? We don't want to just like play fast with like absolutely like no rhyme or reason to how we're playing fast. We want to play up tempo, we want to play unselfish, and we're doing it with a purpose where the bottom line is, the easiest way I can describe it, Matt, is like we never want to let the defense set. We always want to keep the defense in a scramble, and that's why we're playing fast.
Great. Looking forward to seeing that, of course, on the court.
Yeah, fingers crossed, you know.
What kind of student athlete will succeed here, in your opinion, both in your program and at Macalester?
You know, it's good. You know, it's a great question because I've been thinking about that a lot. You know, what are we, you know, both, you know, our current student athletes and, you know, our future student athletes. Like what are we really, you know, from the men's basketball program, what are the best students that we can bring to Macalester and that are going to have the most success, right? And it starts with them, you know, having 100% commitment to getting a degree and being a high-level student, right? We got to get good students who can, number one, get into Macalester, right? And then we want them to succeed academically once they're here, right? So it really starts getting high-level academic students. And then on the other side, like for me, once, you know, we've identified some high-level academic students, we want to get guys who are really like fully committed to being a part of a team culture, right? So like basketball, I think it's, you know, the greatest sport in the world because, you know, yes, like there can always be like individual accolades and like a lot of like, you know, fans might go to like, you know, the Timberwolves game and like they're, you know, Anthony Edwards is the guy like sticking out, right? But like it's a whole team and the other four guys on the court are doing a lot of stuff, you know, to make sure that Anthony Edwards, like, you know, is reaching his potential, right? And that's why I think it's like the ultimate team game with 5 dudes on the court and only 1 basketball, right? But there's a lot of action going on. And so, like, for me, just getting guys who, you know, want to be at Macalester, are high academic students, but like really want to be here and want to like try to get Macalester to championship heights, right? And it's really easy to say that, but you got to get like players, and it starts with the current student athletes we got here. Like I want to make sure that they believe like we have aspirations to being a championship level team.
Great.
Yeah.
I know that you've had an opportunity to watch some film from last year. You kind of have, you know, been able to just kind of see how they played and the success that they had. And also you've met some of the players either in person. I think you've met them all actually, either in person or online on Zoom before they report. Maybe give us your initial impressions of the team.
Yeah, you know what, I'm excited because whether it's the first year guys, the upperclassmen, they're all like really excited to be here. And that's always like a new coach taking over a program. That's always like refreshing, right? Because, you know, I'm not gonna name places I was at, but I'll tell you right now, I've been a new stop, and you don't feel like true passion and excitement about like the place like I have with this core group here at Macalester. So that's a really good feeling, number one. You know, like one thing I've said to people is I feel really good, like the 3 seniors have experience, and like one thing that they've talked to me about is like they have an urgency where like they really want to win this year, right? So for me, my responsibility is like if they're gonna have like 2 feet in and really, you know, be this excited and this committed, like to have a new coach come in their senior year, it's the coaching staff's responsibility to do everything we can to help these 3 guys have an awesome senior year and for our team to reach our potential. So no doubt, you know, Donnie, you know, and me talked about, you know, like this specific team, and, you know, I feel really strong that like this group we have can play, you know, up-tempo and unselfish basketball. So it always makes you feel good, right? When you think like that the team that you're inheriting, you know, you see a pathway where they can play the type of basketball that, you know, that you're aiming for and that you aspire for, and it's not going to be easy. It's always, there's going to be a lot of bumps in the road early on, but that's part of the fun of it. So
great. Well, thanks for your time.
Absolutely.
And
thank you.
Certainly we're all looking forward to seeing, I'm sure you play a little bit of defense as well.
Just a little bit sometimes,
but looking forward to seeing your teams play here this year and moving forward.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
It's Macalester new men's basketball head coach, Rich Glesmann.